So when free agency started, our Jon Heyman put out a list of the big-time free agents, and he sort of handicapped what each free agent would get in terms of years and money. So we're going to put those figures to these two gentlemen. We're going to go over, under. Let's start with J.D. Martinez. 6 years, $150 million. Those are the terms of the year and money that Jon Heyman said.
And this is Jon Heyman's list.
Yeah, this is Jon Heyman's list.
Jon Heyman is exactly correct on this one.
This
is a push. No under or over. He's going to get exactly what Jon Heyman said. Look, who was the biggest name in the news recently? Giancarlo Stanton, maybe? And he's $300+ million, right?
Yeah.
This guy was second to Giancarlo as far as homers and ribbies went. So, do I think he's going to get $300 million? No, but he's going to get what Jon Heyman said. 25 per for 6. Is that an under?
That's an under.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going under. Simply, Robert, just, how many teams are out there looking for this exact fit? I think he's going to get the AAV, maybe even a little more AAV. I just don't think he's going to get the years. Because even if he plays the outfield short-term, long-term, he's going to transition to a DH role. And at some point in time, there's only so many clubs that fit that category.
So what happens instead of the 6 at 25 to make 150? What if he gets 5 and 30? That's 150.
I don't think he's going to go that high.
Okay. Just checking, though.
No, I got you.
All right, let's focus on you, Darvish. We opened the show talking about his deal or his meetings with the Chicago Cubs. Our Jon Heyman said 6 years, $144 million. Bill, we'll start with you again. What do you got?
I don't remember what I have for you, Darvish, but I don't think he's getting that much money as Jon Heyman said, so I'm going to have to say under.
Okay.
I think this guy's good. I like him. And we talked about him earlier, and Dan made a good point. He doesn't have to be the lead dog necessarily where he goes, and that might be the best bet, right? But I don't think that they're going to give him the years on this one because that just seems to be the way the market's going and trending. So I don't think the years are there.
Yeah, I'm going to go over.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supply and demand. You got him and Arrieta at the top of the market, then you take a step down with everybody else. So I think he's going to get more AV, a few more dollars. I don't think it's going to go dramatically above that, Robert. I believe the Minnesota Twins.
Interesting.
For me, and I'll get into this with another team, with a particular first baseman at some point.
But I kind of like this
when a team of this market identifies a player, Thad Levine was the assistant GM in Texas, now the GM in Minnesota, has a long history with this player. When they set their sights on a player, more than likely they're going to figure out how to offer that player the most money. Player may not choose that. I believe they'll be the biggest player.
Wow.
I like that.
Over with the Twins.
Yep.
Darvish, Barrios. I really think Barrios is going to be something special in 2018. Let's move to Eric Hosmer. 7 years, $160 million. Big numbers, Bill. What do you got?
I'm saying it's under. And look, I like the player. I don't think there's any doubt about that. I thought the Red Sox, when they jumped back on Moreland, I think that spoke volumes that Hosmer is not going to end up a Red Sox. And I think that them playing, he might have been able to get that over, but I don't see it.
I'm going over.
Wow.
I mean, I'm a huge Hosmer guy. I believe he not only adds something to you offensively, he's 28 years old, and there's very few guys in our game that bring the type of edge he brings for 162 games. But I'm saying over because, again, same reference I did to the Twins. The Padres now have identified this guy as the guy that they want to sign, and I believe they're going to figure out how to sign him no matter what. When you do that, you usually don't have a budget. You usually go into the player says, okay, I'm coming to San Diego.
Right. It sounds like they might be negotiating against themselves a little bit.
Well, they might be. I don't know what other players could be out there, but there's no doubt they've made it clear they've identified him as the centerpiece for all their younger players in their rebuild.
All right, Jake Arrieta, very, very interesting case here. Jon Heyman said his numbers, 5 years, $125 million. Bill, we'll start with you again.
No, I don't think he's getting that. I think he's going to go somewhere, and I think it's going to be good. Maybe the 4-year range, the 5, that's a little much for him right there. He's not a spring chicken anymore, and I understand he keeps himself in good shape, but it's got a little wear and tear on it. So I don't think anybody's jumping out there at the 5-year mark.
I went under 2, but I was really, this could have been a push for me, or an over. Jake brings so much, his competitiveness. He's a weak contact guy. I think that'll transition well. I struggled with him and Darvish. At the end of the day, who would I really want to have? Because I trust Jake's competitiveness a little bit more. But I went under just Billy's reason. I just don't know how many teams are going to reach for 5 or 6 years. But it wouldn't shock me if he got that either.
He'll be 32 years old on opening day.
Yep.
So that's the age there for Jake Arrieta. Let's move to another Kansas City Royal, Mike Moustakas. 5 years, $80 million for the third baseman.
I think he's in the range for it, but I'm going to say under because we haven't heard a whole lot. And I think there have been teams that have kicked the tires, and that conversation has gone away. So the silence is telling me right now that somebody might not jump out there, or it might mean somebody's going to just go compete later and ante it up. But I think he's going to be in the $14 million range, maybe not the $16 million a year. So I don't think he's going to get that. Yeah,
I'm going push. I think John did a good job on this one. I've got a real creative idea right here. I mean, I love playing GM when I don't have to play GM because I don't got to live with the decisions. But I see the Orioles potentially trading Manny Machado to fill their pitching needs, and then signing Moustakas and a former teammate of him, Kane, to handle their offensive needs.
It is creative.
Okay, very creative.
Wow.
All right, our final one here.
Went out there,
we got Alex Cobb, 5 years, $75 million. What do you think?
I think he's going to get more than that. I think this guy is a durable guy out there on the bump. I think that he fits into this at 15 per at 575. I'm going to actually say Heyman did a real nice job on this one. That's going to be 5 and 80 is what he's going to end up with.
For the sake of TV, I'm going to disagree with Billy and go under. But no, really, the reason is for me, I don't see guys. This guy is a little under 7 per strikeout per 9 guy. I don't think those guys get a lot of money. He's more of a ground ball guy. In our game, that doesn't play as much. So I do think this guy's a good starter. I think he's a solid contributor on his staff. I had him more like 4-year deal at $15 million a year in that area.
All right. Well, thanks for participating in
Jon Heyman, nice going, dude.
You guys will each get the home version of the game on your way out.